What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? This y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Now I know we gotta get into this. We gotta get into this. Dizaster is on the URL. Okay. Now I know a lot of people, they look at this as far as the typical of what people could think because of another situation. But me personally, I'm not going to sit here and just try to force certain things and try to feel like, oh yeah, that's why Diz was doing this, that's why Diz is doing that because he on URL. Man, forget all that. Dizaster's on the URL versus Real Sikh. And it's funny, man, because when I was thinking of the Summer Madness card, I'm like, damn, I ain't heard of Real Sikh for a while. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard of him for a while, right? I haven't heard of Real Sikh for a long time. But see, Real Sikh is also a guy that doesn't promote. He doesn't really promote like that. So in order to ever like see like a Real Sikh, it gotta be like it gotta be some URL events coming through. And like if you like look at URL, you know what I'm saying, if you wanna go from like damn near like 2 years ago, URL was having events like crazy. And you was seeing Real Sikh like any other week. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was seeing him like every like other week or every other month. You was gonna see Real Sikh. And it also came to a point where I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like Real Sikh is on a whole lot of cards, man. You know, I kind of felt like they was pushing Real Sikh a whole lot to the point where, to me, he wasn't able to focus in on his opponent. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the K-Shine situation, when he went against K-Shine, I kind of felt like that messed him up a little bit. But yeah, but make a long story short though, it's just like, since the fact that Real Sikh don't promote, you're not going to see a Real Sikh unless a URL event happens. That's the only time when you're going to see a Real Sikh, unless an event happens, because Real Sikh don't promote at all. You know. Now, this is a dope battle. You know what I'm saying? Real Sikh versus Dizaster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is dope. But I will tell y'all though, Dizaster has his dope ways to me. I think Dizaster could gravitate more to a KOTD crowd. I feel like Dizaster has the potential to blend in with the URL artists, but he never really like showed that to me. And then Real Sikh, like Dizaster, he's never been on Rare Breed Entertainment, so I'm only able to see his talent on like a GTX or KOTD. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be kind of hard to have Diz go against Real Sikh, and I know that kind of might sound crazy to people, but like when I hear Real Sikh, the fans really do like Real Sikh, and Real Sikh don't say nothing corny. Real Sikh is hard. Real Sikh dope. So that's going to be a very dope battle to see. Very dope battle to see. Rum Nitty and Ace Amin. I'm glad this is on Summer Madness, bro, because Ace Amin should be pushed more. And like when you like look at the URL card, it's like, for people to say a lot of events or a lot of pay-per-views or cards is going to be better than this event from URL, this is not really like a bad card. It's not. 1 out of 10, I get this card a 7. Okay? But it's crazy because I remember like when I broke like this shit down to the homie, because he kind of fell off of battle rap, you know what I'm saying? When Caffeine stopped doing like free battles, he like, F that. He like, I ain't paying for no damn battles. So when I broke it down, like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, what you feel about Hollow versus New Jersey Twerk? What you feel about, and I didn't even put DNA and Jerry What's Up in there, but I'm just like, what you feel about Av and Rock? What you feel about T-Top and John? He just came out the gate. I don't even like them battles. And plus, he not a battle rap fan like me. But these people that's on the card, I know where they came from. I know where they come from to have a chance to be on the URL card. I know where they come from. Okay. And even for like a Av to say certain things about him being a main event, he don't wanna be last. He would love to go first and be in the middle and then just enjoy it and then, you know, enjoy the night. My stuff to Av is, it's like, you a main eventer right now against Tay-Rock. Y'all talk about A-Verb so much, bro. A-Verb 9 times out of 10 is gonna main event something. And 9 times out of 10, A-Verb goes last. And nobody don't never really talk about that. I notice every time, like when punchers do go last, the crowd is already just like they're kind of out of it. But when them punchers are in that third or that second, especially the first, they're able to get that punch and the crowd is woke. Everybody got their drink. Everybody, everybody, blowing a little something. Everybody like turned up. So they're like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Punch again, Av. But hey, Av, like this is like a opportunity for you. And even though I might have Tay-Rock winning, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta wild out, homie. You gotta wild out, homie. Real talk. You gotta wild out. I know you sitting here saying as far as like what you don't want and all this other stuff, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand. Easy to Block Captain is no longer here. Verb right now is no longer here right now. Geechee Gotti is not even on the card. You got to take advantage of this. New Jersey Twerk, you know what I'm saying? He did a whole lot of messing up. So it's like, you got to do what you got to do on this card. And later on, I will be giving like my predictions too. Later on. You got to do what you got to do on this card. You got to take advantage of this. Because there's certain things that I haven't really agreed with when it came to Av. I never felt like Av should be joining the crew. You get with Cave Gang. I'm like, eh. And then when he got with every effing bar, it really just had me like, why? I feel like JC and Av shouldn't even be with EFB. I think the main people from EFB is Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti, of course, Danny Myers. I don't like look at nobody else from EFB. I want a real name Brandon from EFB. Because if he is, that's dope. Because he's an up and comer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to like look at people like that. And I think, oh boy, next is or something like that. But you got to like look at people like that. So I felt like when you did do certain things like that, when you leave the Cave Gang and then you go to people like a Geechee Gotti, you got like, you know what I'm saying? You went to somebody to where they overlapped you. You came in the game before Geechee Gotti, as far as on URL. Geechee Gotti now overlapped you. He's over you. People probably think New Jersey Twerk is over you. People look at Easy to Block Captain is over you. Amin promotes so damn well. If he does good against Rum Nitty, he might be over you too. That's what you gotta like look at. But Rum, you know what I'm saying? So going even, you know what I'm saying? So going even back to Amin, I like Amin. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot. Amin, you know what I'm saying? Amin is dope, and I kind of felt like Amin kind of like never really like had like a chance here and there. But Amin is dope. I always felt like Amin should just get to the point more instead of just trying to explain everything before he ends up getting to his delivery. I feel like he could get to the point faster, not talking faster, but I feel like he could take like less words out. He could like do like less words and his delivery would sound more clearer. That's how I always felt about Amin. And when people be saying that he be like choking in battles and shit like that, that's not true. I've sat back and watched Amin battles, and the weakness of an Amin battle is when certain things get like physical or certain people end up arguing and then the battle end up getting messed up and then it kind of fucks up Amin content. People don't never talk about that, but they want to talk about as far as like with him choking it. No. But I will promise y'all not gonna get no ace I mean like that against a Rum Nitty. Is it gonna be kind of hard for me to pick ace I mean against Rum Nitty? It might be, but I love to be proved wrong. But big shouts out to this card, because just like I said, for the fans and anybody, the bloggers or rappers, to like look at this card, it's just like, oh, like certain cards just overshadowing this card. This is really, really not a bad card, because just like, what do you expect, you know what I'm saying, Uriel to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well, you know what I'm saying, I would say re-promote is really not a word, but you guys should try to promote a Av again. You guys should try to promote a Jerry West again. You guys should try to promote, you know what I'm saying, New Jersey Twerk did a whole lot of messing up, but like, let's just say if he go in and do what he got to do against Hollow, you know, he might be okay. He might be all right. He might be all right. They don't plan on getting back, you know what I'm saying, with Easy. You know what I'm saying? They don't plan on doing that. Easy probably won't be on the URL card probably until the next year or two. That's when Easy the Block Captain might end up being on like the next card. And it's crazy because like even like with me like looking at like like the RBE card, right? Max out 3. When Verb was sitting here saying, this card is gonna be hella dope. This is gonna be like the best card. This is going to be a crucial card. Get your tickets, get your pay-per-view. The ticket prices is going up. Get your card, like I'm saying, get your tickets. This is going to be something. And when I seen all this, and like when I seen all them 6 battles come out, I'm like, okay. But then you start thinking of like 10 times of like more than what it is. Because for ARP to be like, it's 11 battles on a card. And the way Verb is talking, I'm like, So you gonna have like, what, at least about like 9 main eventers. But then when he started dropping like the other 6, I'm like, well, you know what? I see what he doing. So at least if I'm showing certain people like the new people in battle rap, I could tell them about like the new guys. Like, oh yeah, I thought we were supposed to see Goods and Calico. I thought we were supposed to see A Verb and such. I'm like, yeah, but they're going to show these 5 battles first. And them battlers are the people, are like up-and-comers that's on RBE, which is dope to me. Well, maybe not Excel, but it's still dope, right? So then I'm starting to look at it, I'm like, well, I thought that they was going to still have like more stars on this card. Like, but then I had to get punched back in the face. I had to rethink it. And I got punched in the face. And the reason I got punched in the face is because I'm like, Verb and ARP at the end of the day, they're right. Because after this event, when are you going to see 3 of the same St. Louis rappers in the same building? When? When you going to see that? And then at the same time, you have Goods and Calico. When? When are you going to see this? Hitman, when are you going to see this? You're not going to see this again. You might not see it for a while. But I like the way Verb was talking, because the way Verb promotion game is, he's also promoting the St. Louis cats that he with, which is Young Gil and Hitman Holla. Dope ass promotion. I'm happy for all these cards that's here to come. I'm looking forward for the Summer Madness battle. And boy, after